Plaintiff Cindy Redmond admits that she used to have a destructive lifestyle. And while she was addicted to cocaine, she worked as a stripper to support her habit. Cindy claims while she was at her friend's house, the defendant crashed her car into the home and in the process damaged Cindy's car, so she's suing. Defendant Deborah Hickman says on the day of the accident, she thought she was having a heart attack and she passed out right before crashing into the house. Deborah says she lost everything after the accident, including her job, her car, and her friends. And she denies owing Cindy because her insurance company made a mistake.
Tell me what went on.
I haven't had the easiest life, and when I was younger, I had a cocaine habit that I supported by stripping. And during those times, I rarely
When did you stop?
I did it for about 1981. I stopped.
You stopped stripping in 81?
I stopped everything.
Go ahead.
I had a friend, Teresa, that it's like a 35-year-old friend, long friend, that partook in the cocaine addiction with me, that became pregnant, and she stopped doing the cocaine, which inspired me to stop also.
And you stopped in 81?
You know, actually, I'm sorry I was wrong on that. I stopped the stripping in 81.
When did you end your cocaine addiction?
That would have been about 91.
Okay, good. What have you been doing since then?
Actually, I was fortunate enough to get a position with the phone company, and I devoted myself to a full career with them, working inside and outside.
Hopefully you inspire some others to see that they can go overcome it, get a good job, and have a good career.
I'd like to.
All right. Where do you know the defendant from?
Actually, I would not have known her had I not been at my friend Teresa's house.
How long ago?
On March 30th of last year. Unfortunately, she had become addicted to medication, or
Who?
my friend Teresa had become addicted to pain pills. It was her birthday, and I wanted to kind of make her birthday a little happier than her everyday life had been.
So what did you do? You went over there to...
I cleaned her house up. It was a wreck. I tried to help her budget some of her bills. And I...
So how was she relevant? She was there?
My friend was away at a counseling session, and I was finishing up cleaning in her garage, and I was sweeping out her garage, and I heard the loud crash.
Okay.
And
sounds like you're getting into the details of the case, the car damages you're suing for. So let me allow her to give some background before we get to the specifics.
Plaintiff Cindy Redmond is a recovering cocaine addict who claims when the defendant crashed into her friend's house, she also damaged Cindy's car.
Ma'am?
I had a pretty good life before the accident. I had a nice apartment, brand new car, pretty good job. Everything was going quite well, and then after the accident...
Never took a hit?
Hit a what?
A blow, a one-on-one? She did. She said all her life she was strung out, and I'm just saying.
I was a social worker for 25 years.
I know a lot of them to get high. They need to get high. A lot of them. After they come home at night, go ahead.
No, I didn't have a drug addiction. I had a pretty good life.
Go ahead.
But after the accident, everything changed. You know, I lost my car, I lost my credit, I lost my job. The only thing I have left is my apartment. I pretty much lost everything. I had a healthy social life. I had friends, and when I lost my teeth, of course, I stopped going out.
I'm going to let her tell me what happened with the accident, and then you can respond.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, when I had heard the crash,
bang.
the bang, I walked out the garage door, and looked. It's like in an alley, and I looked down, and there I saw a big plume of smoke. And so I went around the corner, and it wasn't smoke. It was where the defendant had hit the corner of my friend Teresa's condominium. Then the car had bounced back onto my parked car that was in the street. And so I ran to the car door first because I was worried that she might have been really hurt. And the first The first words out of her mouth when I got to the car door was, "Don't worry, honey, I have really good insurance." And I didn't notice any bleeding or anything, although she was confused and a little dazed and didn't know if she had just had a heart attack or fainted.
Who
at the
said
wheel.
that?
The defendant.
She said, I don't know what just happened. I may have, or I don't know if I had.
She said, "I don't know if I just had a heart attack or if I fainted or blacked out at the
What
wheel."
do you want to tell me about the accident?
I was on my way to work. I'd stopped at a stop sign. I'd pulled away from the stop sign. I felt okay, and then all of a sudden I had a huge pain in my chest. I thought I was having a heart attack. It knocked me unconscious, and the next thing I knew was Mrs. Rettman was pulling me out of my car, which was parked in a brick building. So I was unconscious during the accident. I don't have a lot of information that I can share with you about the actual accident because the accident occurred because I was unconscious.
How about your medical condition? Can you share any of that with me?
Yes, sir. I went to the hospital. They checked my heart. They said it was not a heart attack. They said they thought it was just syncope, which is an unexplained blackout. So all I know is
You have anything to reflect that?
Yes, sir, I do.
Because the issue, ma'am, is you must prove she was negligent. And if it's a medical condition that caused it, she's not negligent. She's victim of a medical condition. Prescribed Vicodin, medications. I don't see where they made any conclusions that it was that.
That it was the syncope?
Yes.
That was the only thing I had, that medical record, the summary there
So
that
you
you have,
were
it says
evaluated
syncope.
for it. Yeah, it didn't conclude.
They evaluated me for the heart attack.
No,
and they
I'm going to let you.
determined that
I'm
was
going to
syncope.
let you read.
Okay.
And you can read it out to me.
Yes, sir. Okay, it says you have been evaluated today for the following conditions: syncope and contusion.
Now read something where they concluded that you had those things.
I don't know. That's just what they told me, Your Honor. So I assumed that's what they concluded because that's what they told me, that it was not a heart attack.
When you evaluate, that means just that. They would have said you were diagnosed with ABC.
Plaintiff Cindy Rettman is a recovering cocaine addict who claims when the defendant crashed into her friend's house, she also damaged Cindy's car.
And what happened after that? She told you she would pay for them?
Well, I really hadn't. I know I hadn't spoke with her much after that because they.
But I thought I heard you say she told you, "I have insurance. I'll pay for it."
When I first got her out
that's
of the
what
car.
I'm asking.
Yes.
Did you tell her that?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor, I did.
Okay. So why won't you pay now?
Well, at the time, I believed I had really good insurance. I paid for my insurance over $1,200 a year for full coverage. What had happened was I had gotten a ticket in September. I paid the ticket in February, but when they entered the information into the system, they made a data entry error, which caused them to suspend my license and notify my insurance company that I was driving on a suspended license, which was incorrect. I was cited. I had to go to a criminal trial. All the charges were dismissed because I had the evidence that I'd paid the ticket on time, that my license should not have been suspended, and that was why they had stopped my insurance. They canceled my insurance 2 weeks before the accident, and it was unbeknownst to me. But she was the one that pulled me out, so she was the one that I spoke to.
Did you tell the insurance company all the things that you're telling me?
Yes, I did. And
okay, so then did they say they would address their mistake?
No, Your Honor. What they did was they sent me a letter stating that they were notified by the state of Colorado that my license was suspended, which is why they stopped my insurance.
Well, the reason I'm asking, because you're going to have to sue them. They made the mistake, not her. She's entitled to reimbursement for the damages she suffered. $1,594. You must sue your insurance company. Have a good day.
Thank you very much.
Good luck to you. Trying to get your criminal record expunged and don't know where to start? Go to my website, askjudgemathis.com, to get all the help you need.